Hi friends, welcome back to my channel Only By. Presenting up the challenging MCQs, that is the assertion and reasoning type of questions from group A 76 to 80. The first question is an additional one. The assertion is, in case of Nepenthes, lamina is modified to capture insects to get the nitrogenous food. And the reason given is, the plant proteins are broken down into amino acids then absorbed by the plants. And the options given are A. If assertion and reason are true and reason is the correct explanation of the assertion. B. If both assertion and reason are true but reason is not the correct explanation of the assertion. C. Assertion is true but the reason is false. And D. If both assertion and reason are false. And the correct answer for this question is C. Assertion is true but the reason is false. Look on the screen please. Nepenthes, which you know is a carnivorous plant, most commonly called as the pitcher plant or at times even called as the monkey cup. It belongs to the family Nepenthaceae. This plant consists of a shallow root system and a prostrate or climbing stem. And from the stems arise alternate sword-shaped leaves with entire leaf margins. An extension of the midrib, that is the tendril, which we call it as in some species, that helps it in climbing, and it protrudes from the tip of the leaf. At the end of the tendril, the picture is formed. Here you can clearly see on the screen at the tip. Here it is. So this is the leaf and here it's the picture that has been formed. The pitcher starts as a small bud and gradually expands to form a globe or a tube-shaped trap. अब इसके अंदर जो है, this area, I can call it as the trap. It contains a fluid of the plant's own production, which may be watery or more viscous, and it is used to literally drown the prey. This fluid contains viscoelastic biopolymers that may be important for retention of the insects. I mean in the traps, वो insect बाहर नहीं जाए इसीलिए वो जरूरी होता है. Now the lower part of the trap, that is here, it contains glands which absorbs the nutrients from the captured prey. So along the upper inside part of the here, along the upper inside part of the trap, there is a waxy coating. So this makes the escape of the prey literally impossible. And friends, you would be surprised to know that the largest species of Nepenthes may occasionally catch small vertebrates such as rats, lizards, and birds. Now, the next assertion relates with the chapter plant water relations. And the assertion is, in plant cells, water is available in two forms, that is free water and chemically bound water. Reason, free water is not used in metabolic processes by the plant cells. And the options given are A. Both assertion and reason are true and reason is the correct explanation of the assertion. B. Both assertion and reason are true but reason is not the correct explanation of the assertion. C. Assertion is true but the reason is false. And D. Both assertion and reason are false. And the correct answer for this question is C. Assertion is true but the reason is false. You know that metabolic water is the water that is released during the metabolic reactions. So you can easily relate this up. I take you to the next question, which is an additional question, and the question is, assertion, plasmolysis occurs due to phenomenon of endoosmosis. Now this question you can also relate it with plant water relations. The reason given is it occurs due to hypertonic solution outside. And the options are A. Both assertion and reason are true and reason is the correct explanation of the assertion. B. Assertion and reason are true but reason is not the correct explanation of the assertion. C. Assertion is true but the reason is false. And D. Assertion is false but the reason is true. And the correct answer for this question is B. Assertion is false, but the reason is true. Look on the screen here. This is what a normal plant cell would look like. Here it is. This is a normal plant cell. You can see the cell wall and the cell membrane which is intact, and the entire living matter which is called as the protoplasm, right? And when it undergoes plasmolysis, we can see that literally the protoplasm is shrunk at one end, right? And again, I have a few more pics here for understanding this. Here it is. Now, in the first case, you can see that the cell is being exposed to an isotonic solution. Here you may say it is suspended in an isotonic solution. Now you know isotonic is nothing but iso means same, matlab the solute and the solvent levels of the solution are same. In this case what we find is there is no net movement of water particles as such, and the cell membrane it remains attached to the cell wall. You can see this clearly, right? Now, in the second case, that is hypertonic solution. Now, what is meant by hypertonic, which is concentrated? मतलब बाहर solute का concentration ज़्यादा है, solvent का कम है. So naturally, what happens is under the water level inside the cell is going to be higher, and this is the reason why we find that the water oozes outside. That is, the water particles move out of the cell. That is exoosmosis. And when it continues for a long time, what happens is the cell membrane it shrinks and it gets detached from the cell wall, and this process is nothing but called as plasmolysis. And in the third case, you can see it has been exposed to a hypotonic solution. मतलब बाहर पानी का concentration ज़्यादा है, and inside the cell the water concentration is a bit lower. So what we find is the external water entering inside the cell. So we can say in simple words it is endoosmosis. Endo means inside. Here the water molecules move into the cell. The cell wall counteracts the osmotic pressure to prevent the swelling and the lysis. So again the same thing being explained. Now before we go to the next question, please remember in simple words, plasmolysis is a process in which the plant cells lose water after being placed in a solution that has a higher concentration of the solutes than the cell does. That is hypotonic solution. So the water flows out of the cells into the surrounding fluid due to exoosmosis. Now the next question, that is, it relates with plant growth, and the assertion is auxins were the first growth hormones discovered in plants, and the reason given is in most of the plants, tip movement in the seedling stage led to the discovery of auxins, and the options given are A. Both assertion and reason are true, and the reason is the correct explanation of the assertion. B. Both assertion and reason are true, but reason is not the correct explanation of the assertion. C. Assertion is true, but the reason is false. And D. Both assertion and reason are false. And the correct answer for this question is B. Both assertion and reason are true, but reason is not the correct explanation of the assertion. Now, friends, you might be knowing that there are five groups of plant hormones: auxins, cytokinins, gibberellins, ethylene, and abscisic acid. Now, auxins are specific group of hormones which have a very important role to play in plant growth and development. They are synthesized at the root tip in presence of sunlight. And the term auxin is derived from the Greek word auxin, means to grow or increase. No doubt it is the first plant hormone to be discovered. Okay, now auxins play important role in cell division, cell elongation. They promote the flowering, they promote the tropism, that is phototropism, gravitrotropism. They prevent the abscission of the fruits and the leaves. Fruit development is being promoted, apical dominance, root initiation and development. Now you can see here on the screen, that is, here it is. This is the tip, right? This is the zone of the cell division. You can see that auxins are synthesized in the meristems. From here they diffuse away from the tip. right? They bind to certain receptor sites. Now, what happens is auxins activate the hydrogen ion pumps in the cell surface membranes, and the low pH of the cell walls keeps them flexible, allowing the cells to expand as they absorb water. So, auxins get destroyed by enzymes and the cell walls become rigid. So, there is no further cell elongation possible as such. You can look here again, another picture. How do auxins work in a plant? I would take the pointer here. Here it is. Now here the surface of the soil has been given. This is the tip of the plant root having auxins. And the auxins have a tendency to go towards the darker side. So they move towards the darker side. And the effect of the auxins and the light on the direction of the root growth, we can see that it results in the bending of the roots inside, that is inside the soil. This you can say is negatively phototropic. Okay, here you can see a plant shoot instead of a plant root. Again, what we find is auxins growing away. They grow towards the gravity, and because of this, the elongation is on this side and the shoot moves towards the light. The next one, here it is. The effect of the light once again. So this is the auxins which are produced by the meristematic cells. They are moving away, and this is how the plant reacts to it because it's going to help in phototropism. Once again, a slide showing the same. Now, the next question you can say is an additional question. The assertion given is housewives keep the cut potato pieces submerged in water if not required for immediate use for cooking. You might have observed this, right? And the reason given is this helps in softening the potato pieces. Now you may feel okay, what kind of a weird question it is. So this is again you can relate it indirectly with plant water relations. Okay, the option A says both assertion and reason are true, and reason is the correct explanation of the assertion. B, both assertion and reason are true, but reason is not the correct explanation of the assertion. C, assertion is true, but the reason is false. And D, both assertion and reason are false. And the correct answer is both assertion and reason are true, but reason is not the correct explanation of the assertion. Please remember, friends, that a sliced, shredded, peeled potato, it can be stored in cold water for some hours. But before any kind of a noticeable change happens, in short, it maintains the structure or the texture of the potatoes. Sometimes you may even hear your mamas saying that instead of water, they may use up olive oil as well. But water is always going to work better because it helps in also removing some of the starches, excessive starches from the potatoes. If you have liked, please hit the like button. Subscribe if you haven't. Hit the bell icon for you to understand the further notifications if you haven't yet done it. Thank you so much.